Good morning and welcome to Sri Lanka Morning Show. Ayubowan.
Brain Health Book and App Launch, 30th October, today at 4 p.m. 522 Bell Street, Pascoe South. 20 places available. RSVP now, 91019846. Dinner Dance in Aid of Miduma, organized by the Friends of Miduma, Saturday, 5th of November 2022, 7 p.m. onwards. St. Anthony's Church Hall, 90 Buckley Street, Noble Park. Live band Mystery. All proceeds will go towards Miduma, Drugs and Alcohol Rehabilitation Center, Sri Lanka. Bookings and table reservation, Rohit 0410 546 438. Dilshan 0415 730 277.
Ayubowan My name is Dr. Sam Dasanayake. I'm an Ayurvedic doctor practicing in Melbourne. And today in the Ayurvedic segment, we would like to bring you very important and useful information about yoga, pranayam, and how to keep your body healthy. So this is a very good segment, because yoga and Ayurveda are sister disciplines, because they go intertwined together and we have the same basic principles. Now, yoga is not very popular in Sri Lanka, but it is getting popular. But it is very popular in Australia and all the Western countries, because there are immense benefits. So I would urge you to join a yoga class, at least for a short time, and feel the difference. One is, you will find in a yoga classes very like-minded people. They are all looking for one thing only: good health and well-being. And when you say well-being, it also incorporates the mind. So in yoga, when you join a yoga class, there are a lot of asanas, breathing and postures, and nidra yoga that is elaborated and practiced day in, day out. Now, one thing is, you will find and you will also agree that for the most part our lives here are very sedentary. Not a big rush, going very slow, in the sense we don't have big movement. Not many of us are very exercise oriented. You would just like to get up, go to work, come back, have some food, sleep on the couch for the most part, and then wait until we fall asleep and then drag ourselves to bed. This is not a very healthy lifestyle. First thing is, you have to have a clear mind, like I always say. Second thing is that we need to make sure that we incorporate some energy within ourselves. So that's what the yoga in essence is about. Now, in yoga, there is a very important practice called Kapalabhati. Now, Kapalabhati is called fire breathing. Essentially, you take a breath, hold it, and breathe again, like this. Now, you will find, even it is advised that you do, when you are in a stand-up position. When you do this, your diaphragm will come all the way up, squeezing the chest cavity, which essentially means that you are actually massaging your body organs which are inside. Very important. If you do this at least for 10 minutes, you will be sweating profusely. Your body heat rise up. Very good. Opening the channels, open the sweat glands, so you start the sweating process. Very important. The other one is the asanas. One thing is the Surya Namaskar. There are great benefits if you do it. Sun. So you salute the sun and you stretch your body and pray your homage and gratitude to the sun. If sun decided to stop, our days are numbered. So we have to pay our respect to the sun. So there are many other asanas: cobra position, warrior position, tree position. These are all to make sure the circulation, the joint, the muscles are stretched and contracted. Very important. The last but not least is the nidra yoga. It's a very good technique to reduce the tension in the body. There are many YouTube videos you can watch and get aware if you decided to do so before joining a yoga class. But I must tell you, nothing like the real thing. So please join a yoga class, talk to your teacher, do the Om Namaskar, and then practice yoga at least once or twice in the week. You will see the benefits for yourself. And make sure you drink plenty of warm water and eat a lot of greens and keep good company. Check if your parents are doing well, talk to your friends, reminisce the old good times, and make sure current times are peaceful. But if you need to ask more specific questions, please contact us, Sri Lanka Morning Show or Sahandro Ayurvedic Wellness Center, and we will be happy to extend our help to make you feel better than who you are. And until we meet again,
Abacus Solar, latest and reliable solar systems, world best panels and inverters, price beat guarantee, supervised system installation, excellent after sales service. Call 1300 852 843.
Rosewood Downs Excellence in Aged Care, a modern purpose-built home available in single and double rooms with ensuite and telephone in every room. Contact Ruben and Christine on 9701 3234.
Sanji Caldera Associates. With our headquarters based in Melbourne, Australia, you can locate our branch offices in Sri Lanka, Dubai, Canada and London, UK. Some of our services include skilled migration visa, family migration visa, employer sponsorship visa, temporary resident visa, business visa, tourist visa, student visa, administrative appeals tribunal review. Pursuit of excellence through tailored solutions.
The science of life, traditionally known as the Ayurveda. Consultations, diagnosis and treatments are done by fully qualified Ayurvedic practitioner Dr. Sam Dasanai. Sahandro Ayurvedic Center, best wellness experience.
News Weekly is brought to you by Esden, the horse specialist. Esden Plastics Private Limited, 525 to 527 Hammond Road, Dandenong South. ආයිබෝවන් සතියේ ප්‍රවෘත්ති ප්‍රකාශය සමගින් මම සුගිතා අල්විස්. මුලින්ම අවධානය ප්‍රවෘත්ති සිරස්තල වෙත. රූපලාවන්‍ය සහ වාහන අමතර කොටස් ආනයන සීමා ඉවතට. 22 වන ආණ්ඩුක්‍රම ව්‍යවස්ථා සංශෝධන පනත් කෙටුම්පත වැඩි ඡන්දයෙන් සම්මතයි. සිය දූර කාලය තුල පැවති අයුරින් මිත්‍රශීලී විදේශ ප්‍රතිපත්තියක් රටේ නොමැතිවීම පවතින අර්බුදකාරී තත්ත්වය උග්‍රවීමට හේතු වී ඇති බව හිටපු ජනාධිපති මෛත්‍රීපාල සිරිසේන කියයි. සජබෙන් ඉවත් වීමට සූදානම් වන පිරිසට සජිත්ගෙන් අනතුරු ඇඟවීමක්. මෝටර් රථ අමතර කොටස් සහ රූපලාවන්‍ය උපකරණවලට පනවා තිබෙන ආනයන සීමා ඉවත් කරන බව මුදල් රාජ්‍ය අමාත්‍ය රංජිත් සියඹලාපිටිය මහතා පවසනවා. එම ක්ෂේත්‍රවල නිරතවන්නන්ගේ ඉල්ලීම් සලකා බලා ආනයනය සීමා ඉවත් කරන බව රාජ්‍ය අමාත්‍යවරයා සඳහන් කළා. විනිමය අර්බුදය හේතුවෙන් නිකුත් අගෝස්තු මාස 23 වනදා භාණ්ඩ වර්ග 1465කට ආනයන සීමා පැන වූ අතර විටින් විට ඉන් භාණ්ඩ 708ක ආනයන සීමා මේ වන විට ඉවත් කර තිබෙනවා. කටුනායක ගුවන් තොටුපළේ ශ්‍රී ලංකා රේගුවට අයත් අංශ නිරීක්ෂණ චාරිකාවකට එක්වෙමින් රාජ්‍ය අමාත්‍යවරයා එම අදහස් පළ කළා.
විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ අපනයන කර්මාන්තය සඳහා අවශ්‍ය ආනයනයන්, ඒ වගේම විශේෂයෙන්ම කෘෂිකර්මය, තීව්‍ර කර්මාන්තය, ඒ වගේම මේ රටේ මේ ආදේශනය නොමැති මේ ආනයනයන් මේ සියල්ලම ගැන අපි අවධානය යොමු කරලා අපි 700කට ආසන්න ප්‍රමාණයකට සැප්තැම්බර් මාසේ 9 වෙනිදා නැවතත් අවසරය ලබා දුන්නා. දැන් තවත් සමහර දේවල් තියෙනවා. දැන් අපේ මේ ආනයන අපනයන පාලක දෙපාර්තමේන්තුව හැමදාම උදේ මේ අභියාචනා කමිටුවක් වාගේ මේ සියලු දුක් ගැනවිලි බාර ගන්නවා. ඒ වගේම මුදල් අමාත්‍යාංශය, කර්මාන්ත අමාත්‍යාංශය මේවා හරියාකාරව බලලා මහා බැංකුවේ ආර්ථික පරීක්ෂණ ආයතනත් එක්ක කතා කරලා අපි ලැහැස්ති අවශ්‍ය විදිහට ඉදිරියේදී තව ලිහිල් කිරීම. දැන් විශේෂයෙන්ම මේ අපෙන් ඉල්ලා සිටිනවා තාමත් අපනයන කර්මාන්ත වලට අවශ්‍ය සමහර දේ අවශ්‍යයි. ඒ වගේම විශේෂයෙන් ඉල්ලා සිටීමක් කරනවා මේ මෝටර රථ කර්මාන්තයට අවශ්‍ය මේ ඔවුන්ගේ උපාංගවල ප්‍රශ්නයක් තියෙනවා කියලා. ඒ සඳහා අපි අවධානය යොමු වෙලා තියෙනවා. ඒ වගේම රූපලාවන්‍ය ශිල්පීන් නිතරම පුනපුනා කියන ඔවුන්ගේ කර්මාන්තය සම්පූර්ණ බිඳ වැටලා තියෙනවා කියලා. ඉතින් මේ සියල්ලම ගැන අවධානය යොමු කරලා අපි ඉක්මනින් ඉදිරි සති දෙකේ වාගේ තවත් ලිහිල් කිරීමක් කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා.
22 වන ආණ්ඩුක්‍රම ව්‍යවස්ථා සංශෝධන පනත් කෙටුම්පත වැඩි ඡන්දයෙන් සම්මත වුණා. කෙසේ වෙතත් ඡන්දය ප්‍රකාශ කිරීම සඳහා මන්ත්‍රීවරුන් පිරිසක් පාර්ලිමේන්තුවට පැමිණ සිටියේ නැත. එලෙස නොපැමිණි මන්ත්‍රීවරු අතර ආණ්ඩුපක්ෂ නියෝජනය කරන මන්ත්‍රීවරුන් විශාල පිරිසක් විය. එලෙස නොපැමිණි මන්ත්‍රීවරුන් අතරට ආණ්ඩුපක්ෂ නියෝජනය කරන හිටපු ජනාධිපති මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ, ආණ්ඩුපක්ෂයේ ප්‍රධාන සංවිධායක අමාත්‍ය ප්‍රසන්න රණතුංග, ශ්‍රී ලංකා පොදුජන පෙරමුණේ මහලේකම් සාගර කාර්යවසම් ජොන්ස්ටන් ප්‍රනාන්දු, පවිත්‍රා වන්‍යාරච්චි, එස්.එම්. චන්ද්‍රසේන, ගාමිණී ලොකුගේ, රෝහිත අබේගුණවර්ධන, ජනක බණ්ඩාර තෙන්නකෝන්, සංජීව එදිරිමාන්න ඇතුළු මන්ත්‍රීවරු පිරිසක් ඇතුළත්. මේ අතර කාරක සභා අවස්ථාවෙන් අනතුරුව තෙවනවර කියවීමේ ඡන්ද විමසීම පැවැත්වුණු අතර එහිදී 22 වන ආණ්ඩුක්‍රම ව්‍යවස්ථා සංශෝධන පනත් කෙටුම්පතට පක්ෂව ඡන්ද 173ක් හිමි විය. එයට විරුද්ධව ඡන්ද භාවිතා කළේ සරත් වීරසේකර මන්ත්‍රීවරයා පමණි. පාස්කු ඉරුදින ශැංග්‍රීලා සහ සිනමන් ග්‍රෑන්ඩ් හෝටල්වල මරාගෙන මැරෙන බෝම්බ ප්‍රහාර එල්ල කළ ඉන්ෆාස් අහමඩ් සහ ඉල්ලාම් අහමඩ් යන අයගේ පියා සහ සහෝදරයන් දෙදෙනෙකුට එරෙහිව කර ඇති නඩුවේ පූර්ව නඩු විභාග සම්මන්ත්‍රණය සඳහා ජනවාරි 27 වනදා කැඳවන ලෙස කොළඹ මහාධිකරණය නියම කර තිබෙනවා. කොළඹ මහාධිකරණ විනිසුරු නවරත්න මාරසිංහ මහතා ඉදිරියේ මෙම නඩුව කැඳවනු ලැබුවා. එහිදී දැනට අපමත මුදාහැර සිටින විත්තිකරුවන් වූ දෙමටගොඩ මහවිල උද්‍යානයේ පදිංචි කෝටිපති ව්‍යාපාරක මොහොමඩ් ඊබ්‍රහම් සහ ඔහුගේ පුත් ඊබ්‍රහම් හිසාජ් යන අය අධිකරණයේදී පෙනී සිටියා. මෙම නඩුවේ තුන්වෙනි විත්තිකරු ලෙස නම් කර සිටින ඊබ්‍රහම් ඉස්මයිල් නැමැති විත්තිකරු බන්ධනාගාරගතව පසුවෙයි. ප්‍රචණ්ඩත්වයට අතවනන්නේ ජනාධිපති රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ බව ජාතික ජනබලවේගයේ නායක අනුර කුමාර දිසානායක මහතා පවසනවා. ඒ ඡන්දයට බය මාමයි බෑනයි තේමාව යටතේ කොළඹ පදනම් ආයතනයේදී පැවති සම්මන්ත්‍රණයකදී
තියෙන නීතිය අනුව මාර්තු මාසයේ 20 වෙනිදාට පෙර ඡන්දේ පැවැත්වීම වැළැක්වීමට අනිත් කරන්න කිසි දෙයක් නැහැ. අන්නේ කිව්වමනාවෙන් තමයි මේ නව ඡන්ද ක්‍රමයක් ගැන නව කොට්ටාස ගැන සාකච්ඡා වෙවිලා තිබෙන්නේ. ඒ නිසා පතුලෙන්ම ගත්තොත් මේ අදහස තිබෙන්නේ කොට්ටාස අඩු කරන්න නම් වැඩි කරේ රනිල්. മന്ത്രിවරු අඩු කරන්න නම් වැඩි කරේ රනිල්. එනම් මේකේ පතුලේ තියෙන අදහස තමයි කොට්ටාස අඩු කිරීමත් ඡන්ද ක්‍රමය මාරු කිරීමත් නෙවෙයි. පතුලේ තියෙන අදහස ඡන්ද කල් දාන්න.
අපවත් වදාළ අනුරාධපුර ස්ථානාධිපති මධ්‍යම දිසාවේ ප්‍රධාන සංඝනායක ආචාර්ය පූජ්‍ය පල්ලේගම සිරිනිවාස නායක හිමියන්ගේ දේහය පිළිබඳ ආදාහන පූජෝත්සවය සිදු කෙරුණා. ඒ අනුරාධපුර මහා විහාර ආදාහන මළුවේදී. අපවත් වී වදාළ අනුරාධපුර අටමස්ථානාධිපති ආචාර්ය පූජ්‍ය පල්ලේගම සිරිනිවාස නායක හිමියන්ගේ ආදාහන පූජෝත්සවය සඳහා මල්වතු අස්ගිරි පාර්ශ්වයන්හි අනුනායක හිමිවරුන් මෙන්ම මහා සංඝරත්නය වැඩම කර සිටියා. එමෙන්ම උන්වහන්සේගේ දේහයට අවසන් ගෞරව දැක්වීම සඳහා ජනාධිපති රනිල් වික්‍රමසිංහ මහතා, අග්‍රාමාත්‍ය දිනේෂ් ගුණවර්ධන මහතා, කතානායක මහින්ද යාපා අබේවර්ධන මහතා, හිටපු අග්‍රාමාත්‍ය මහින්ද රාජපක්ෂ මහතා ඇතුළු දේශපාලන නියෝජිතයින් පිරිසක්ද එක්ව සිටි බව එහි සිටි අපවාර්තාකරු පැවසුවේ. අනුරාධපුර අටමස්ථානාධිපති ආචාර්ය පල්ලේගම සිරිනිවාස හිමි උතුරු මධ්‍යම දිසාවේ ප්‍රධාන සංඝනායක නාහිමියෝ අපවත් වන විට උන්වහන්සේ 70 වන වියට පා තබා සිටියා. උන්වහන්සේ මෙතෙක් අටමස්ථානාධිපති තනතුර දැරූ බෝමලු පරම්පරාවේ 10 වැනි අටමස්ථානාධිපතීන් වහන්සේය. සමගි ජනබලවේගයෙන් ඉවත්වීමට යමෙක් අදහස් කරන්නේ නම් එය ඔහුගේ දේශපාලන ගමනේ අවසානය වනු ඇති බව විපක්ෂ නායක සජිත් ප්‍රේමදාස මහතා පවසනවා. විපක්ෂ නායකවරයා ප්‍රකාශ කළේ ඉදිරි මැතිවරණවලදී අවස්ථාවාදී දේශපාලඥයින්ට ප්‍රතික්‍රියා දැක්වීමට ජනතාව සූදානමින් පසුවන බවය. මහනුවර ප්‍රදේශයේ පැවති සමගි ජනබලවේගයේ හමුවක් අමතමින් විපක්ෂ නායක සජිත් ප්‍රේමදාස මහතා එම අදහස් පළ කළා. විදුලි බිල යලිත් වතාවක් ඉහළ දැමිය යුතුව ඇතැයි විදුලි බල හා බලශක්තිය ඇමති කාංචන විජේසේකර මහතා පාර්ලිමේන්තුවේදී පැවති ජාතික සභාවේදී හෙළිදරව් කරනු ලැබුවා. ඔහු පෙන්වා ඇත්තේ අගෝස්තු මාසයේදී විදුලි බිල ඉහළ දැමීමෙන් පසුවද ලංකා විදුලි බල මණ්ඩලය බිලියන 12ක් පමණ පාඩුවක් විඳීමට සිදු වී ඇති බවයි. ඒ අනුව මෙම පාඩුව මගහරවා ගැනීමට නැවතත් විදුලි බිල ඉහළ දැමීමට සිදුවනු ඇතැයිද හෙතෙම සඳහන් කර තිබේ. විදුලි බිල ඉහළ නොදැමන්නේ නම් සහනාධාරයක් ලබා දීමට සිදුවනු ඇතැයිද තවදුරටත් සඳහන් කළා. සිය දූර කාලය තුළ පැවති අයුරින් මිත්‍රශීලී විදේශ ප්‍රතිපත්තියක් රටේ නොමැතිවීම පවතින අර්බුදකාරී තත්ත්වය උග්‍රවීමට හේතු වී ඇති බව හිටපු ජනාධිපති පාර්ලිමේන්තු මන්ත්‍රී මෛත්‍රීපාල සිරිසේන මහතා පවසනවා. හිටපු ජනාධිපතිවරයා පෙන්වා දෙන්නේ පසුගිය වසර 3ක කාලය තුළ ගනු ලැබූ තීන්දුව తీරන ජනතාව අතරට මෙන්ම රජය තුළද දැඩි ප්‍රශ්නකාරී තත්ත්වයක් නිර්මාණය කර ඇති බවයි. පොළොන්නරු ප්‍රදේශයේ පැවති උත්සවයකට එක්වෙමින් හිටපු ජනාධිපති මෛත්‍රීපාල සිරිසේන මහතා එම අදහස් පළ කළා.
අපිට චීන රජයෙන් ලැබිච්ච ලොකුම තෑග්ග පොළොන්නරුවට විතරක් නෙවෙයි රටටම තමුන්නාන්සලා දන්නවා පොළොන්නරුවේ වකුගඩු රෝහල කිඩ්නි හොස්පිටල් එක. ඒකට අද ඉතාමත් අසරණ රෝගීන් එහි ප්‍රතිකාර ලබනවා. දැන් සති 3කට කලින් අපිට තානාපතිතුමා චීනයෙන් ගෙන්නලා ඒ රෝහලට බස් 8ක් දුන්නා. ඒ බස් ගම්මානවලට ඇවිල්ලා රෝගීන් පරීක්ෂා කරනවා.
අන්තර් විශ්වවිද්‍යාල ශිෂ්‍ය බල මණ්ඩලය ඇතුළු පිරිසක් තංගල්ල රැඳවුම් මධ්‍යස්ථානයේ ඉදිරිපිට පැවැත්වීමට සැලසුම් කර තිබූ උද්ඝෝෂණයක් පොලිසිය විසින් වළක්වාලීමට පියවර ගනු ලැබුවා. එලෙස ඔවුන් තංගල්ල නගරයට යෑමට සූදානම් වූයේ අන්තර් විශ්වවිද්‍යාලය ශිෂ්‍ය බල මණ්ඩලයේ කැඳවුම්කරු වසන්ත මුදලිගේ සහ පූජ්‍ය ගල්වැව සිරිධම්ම හිමි රඳවා සිටින තංගල්ල රැඳවුම් මධ්‍යස්ථානයේ ඉදිරිපිටට ගොස් උද්ඝෝෂණයක් සිදු කිරීමට එය යුතුකම් ජන රැල්ල ලෙස නම් කර තිබුණේ. පොලිසියේ බාධා කිරීම හමුවේ එම පිරිස බස් රථවල නැගී තංගල්ල නගරයට යෑමට පිටත් විය. තංගල්ල නගරයට පැමිණි පිරිස බස් නැවතුම් පොලේදී ගීත ගායනා කර පසුව උද්ඝෝෂණය සිදු කෙරුණා. පොලිසිය පොලිස් විශේෂ කාර්ය බලකාය සහ කැරළි මර්දන ඒකකයද උද්ඝෝෂණය පැවැත්වෙන ස්ථානයට කැඳවා තිබුණේ. සමගි ජනබලවේගයේ පාර්ලිමේන්තු මන්ත්‍රී ෆීල්ඩ් මාර්ෂල් සරත් ෆොන්සේකා මහතාද උද්ඝෝෂණයට එක් වුණේ.
මේ රටේ ත්‍රස්තවාදයක් තිබුණා ඒවා ඉවර වුණා. දැන් ජනතාව ඒගොල්ලෝගේ මූලික අයිතිවාසිකම් වෙනුවෙන් බඩගින්න වෙනුවෙන් ජීවත් වෙන්න බැරි නිසා රටේ ජනතාවට ජීවන බර දරන්න බැරි හින්දා කෑකෝ ගහන ජනතාව ඒ වෙලාවේ අල්ලලා සිරගත කරලා තැබීම අපි අනුමත කරන්නේ නැහැ. ඒක අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම මූලික අයිතිවාසිකම් කඩකිරීමක්. ඒක හන්දා අපි අපේ ශක්තිය මේවා වෙනුවෙන් සටන් කරන අය වෙනුවෙන් අපේ ශක්තියත් අපි ලබා දෙනවා. අපි ඒගොල්ලෝ කිහිට කරනවා කියලා පෙන්වන්න සංකේතවත් කරන්න තමයි අපි මෙතනට ආවේ. වසන්ත මුදලිගේ සහ සිරිධම්ම හාමුදුරුවෝ ඉන්නවනම් අපි ඒගොල්ලෝ හම්බෙලා කතා කරලා සුව දුක් විමසලා යන්න. මේ නීතිඥ මහත්වරුත් ආව ගොඩක්. ඒගොල්ලොත් අනිවාර්යයෙන්ම නීති ක්ෂේත්‍රයේම යොමු කරනවා මේ දරුවන්ගේ ආරක්ෂාව සහ රටේ ජනතාවගේ අයිතිවාසිකම් වෙනුවෙන්.
ඒ සමගින් සතියේ ප්‍රවෘත්ති ප්‍රකාශය මෙසේ නිමාව දකි. මෙම ප්‍රවෘත්ති ප්‍රකාශය නැවත නැරඹීමට යොමු වන්න ශ්‍රී ලංකා මෝර්නිං ෂෝ YouTube channel වෙතට. නැවතත් ලබන සතියේ හමු වෙනතුරු ඔබ සැමට සුවදායක සතියක්. ආයුබෝවන්.
Abacus Solar, latest and reliable solar systems, world best panels and inverters, price beat guarantee, supervised system installation, excellent after sales service. Call 1300 852 843.
Rosewood Downs Excellence in Aged Care, a modern purpose-built home available in single and double rooms with ensuite and telephone in every room. Contact Ruben and Christine on 9701 3234.
Sanji Caldera Associates, With our headquarters based in Melbourne, Australia, you can locate our branch offices in Sri Lanka, Dubai, Canada and London, UK. Some of our services include skilled migration visa, family migration visa, employer sponsorship visa, temporary resident visa, business visa, tourist visa, student visa, administrative appeals tribunal review. Pursuit of excellence through tailored solutions.
The science of life, traditionally known as the Ayurveda. Consultations, diagnosis and treatments are done by fully qualified Ayurvedic practitioner Dr. Sam Dasanai. Sahandro Ayurvedic Centre, best wellness experience.
The segment that promotes Sri Lankan culture, diversity, nature and heritage is proudly sponsored by Prestige Wardrobe and Shower Screens. We bring you a special segment to promote Sri Lanka. A special thank you to Sandra and Estrid Jackson for providing us with this segment.
On a day fixed by astrology, material is hoisted to the surface in baskets, and what at first appears to be just muck is washed by hand until all the clay is gone. Guards stand by, watching every move to see that none of the hall is pilfered and that the newly mined stones are properly prepared for the important millwork to follow. An uncut stone reveals little of the slumbering fire in its heart. But when an expert saws the same stone, he fashions the sharp prisms that truly reflect the gorgeous radiance that delights the jewel pit's owner. Native Ceylonese, in the famous alwis plant, shaping a rough blue sapphire stone with an old bowstring grinder in order to radiate its elegant luster and color. The final polishing operation must give lasting brilliance to attract the eyes of the jewel traders who come from many lands and to fascinate the ultimate purchasers. Mine owner de Alwis displays gems to Punchi Singho, a wealthy trader, who exalts at $60,000 in rare merchandise, including the star sapphire with penetrating light points and bluish depths. The cat's eye that resembles an opening and closing eye when moved around. Aquamarine, like the depths of the sea. A yellow sapphire shining in the light. The undying jewel, 1,000 years old, has been part of many lives. Gems somehow live for generations with unfailing beauty.
Hi, today I'm going to make a simple dish, pan-fried salmon. But I'm going to make nice and spicy, nice and colorful, so you can use it with anything. So let's go through the ingredients. Here I got a nice piece of salmon, center cut, sugar, brown sugar, salt, prawn, lime, black pepper, garlic, ginger, mint, peanut and chili paste, red capsicum, onion, and soy sauce and fish sauce. When you're making salmon, there's one thing that you need to do. You need to take the bones out from the middle. So make sure that before you cook, you take the bones out. Then it'll fit back together and there's no space in between. So and if you like, you can keep the skin on. I like to have the skin on because when you crispy, it's beautiful to eat. So here you go. As you can see there's some bones here. So what you do is you take your knife like this and pull your bone like that. Very easy. See, it come out. Simple. So make sure all the bones out, and then you make your portion right. So everyone get a nice same size portion. So to do that, normally I like to take this part out because that's the belly part. So this is the perfect size for one portion of salmon. So there you go. Now I'm going to season this with salt, the pepper, my chili paste. Okay, I'm going to crush my garlic and ginger, and mint. So the next thing, I'm going to add some onion. Doing this is going to make a nice paste. This is much easier for me to rub this on around the salmon. Okay, now my mix of ginger, garlic, mint and onion goes on top of that. There you go. You can see I got all the ingredients there. It's very rough. You know why? I chopped the onion last. So we have nice little pieces of onion. When you cook, it looks as beautiful colors. This chili pad has peanut inside. What that does is, that gives you a beautiful flavor. Peanut and chili sauce, it just have peanut oil with chilies inside and peanut pieces, so then you can see the peanuts. If you don't like the peanut, you can take it out. But it's really nice taste because it's in peanut oil, so it's very tasty. So my last item goes into this one is brown sugar. I want to put some brown sugar in here like that, because the reason why, it's going to give you that beautiful caramelized look and caramelized flavor to it. So like so. So I'm going to leave the fish with a bit of crust for maybe about 15-20 minutes, not too long. So we need to have the fish flavor inside the fish and outside nice crusty beautiful flavor to go with. So now pan is hot. It's time to cook. So the piece of fish like that, beautiful. I'm going to put this upside down first. So I have to turn it upside down now, because the skin can cook a little longer. Skin can be crispy, but you cannot cook the top side too long, because what happens, it's going to be burned and taste is not going to be nice. Fish end of the day. That's why I put a nice crust to get the heat through, but from the bottom it will cook. The skin can be really crispy. So as you can see, now it's really ready and all cooked right through. So I'm going to take it out. It's all cooked right through now. You can feel, you know, the crispy bottom is all ready now. So I'm going to put this away and let's cook the rest of the dish. So my fish is done now. I'm going to put it on rest, and now I'm going to finish up with a little bit of garnish to go underneath. So here I have hot oil with a bean shoot, my red capsicum. I'm using a little bit of dry shallots and a bit of fish sauce, a bit of soy sauce. Don't cook too long. Just a little bit of bed to serve this fish. So that's all the ingredients ready now. So last thing is the prawns. So I'm going to put it on just to give you a nice color, that's all. Few prawns like that to go on top of the fish. Already cooked prawns, but just need to color it. So now I'm going to place the fish, then my prawns. As you can see, it's not too hard. Please have your ingredients ready, so it's much easier to finish up. So that's all for the day. We'll see you again with a new recipe next week. Bye for now.
You can dance every dance with a guy who gives you the eye. Let him hold you tight. You can smile Every smile for the man who held your hand. Need the pale moonlight, can you help me out? But don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, say the last dance for me. Ooh, I know that the music's fine like sparkling wine. Go and have your fun, laugh and sing, but while we're apart, don't give your heart to anyone. Together now, but don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, say the last dance for me. Baby, don't you know I love you so? Can't you feel it when we touch? I would never, never let you go, 'cause I love you oh so much. You can dance, go and carry on till the night is gone and it's time to go. But if he asks if you're all alone, can he take you home? You must tell him no. Together, but don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, say the last dance for me. You like the move, Sharon? That's all I can do. Baby, don't you know I love you so? Can't you feel it when we touch? I would never, never let you go, 'cause I love you oh so much. You can dance, go and carry on till the night is gone and it's time to go. But if he asks if you're all alone, can he take you home? You must tell him no. But don't forget who's taking you home and in whose arms you're gonna be. So darling, say the last dance for me. Oh, say the last dance for me. One more time now, say the last dance for me. Hey!
Abacus Solar, latest and reliable solar systems, world best panels and inverters, price beat guarantee, supervised system installation, excellent after sales service. Call 1300 852 843.
Rosewood Downs Excellence in Aged Care, a modern purpose-built home available in single and double rooms with ensuite and telephone in every room. Contact Ruben and Christine on 9701 3234.
Sanji Caldera Associates. With our headquarters based in Melbourne, Australia, you can locate our branch offices in Sri Lanka, Dubai, Canada and London, UK. Some of our services include skilled migration visa, family migration visa, employer sponsorship visa, temporary resident visa, business visa, tourist visa, student visa, administrative appeals tribunal review. Pursuit of excellence through tailored solutions.
The Science of Life. traditionally known as the Ayurveda. Consultations, diagnosis and treatments are done by fully qualified Ayurvedic practitioner Dr. Sam Dasanai. Sahandro Ayurvedic Center, best wellness experience.
Good morning. We have in the studio Kushal Gunasekara and Dilharan Sivaratnam. Kushal Gunasekara from the Foundation of Goodness and Dilharan from OIW. Welcome to the morning show.
Good morning, Salia. Thank you very much for inviting us. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you so much, Salia, for inviting us here too.
Kushal, you've been with the Foundation of Goodness. You started the Foundation of Goodness and it's now become huge. When was this all started?
Well, I started the Foundation of Goodness way back in 1999, and it's about 23 years to be precise. Well, I never dreamt that or comprehended that it could actually expand to the levels that it has become who we are today. I went back to my village in Sinigama to try and give the rural kids, the youth and the women a chance to excel in life with opportunities, training, facilities and the exposure that I actually enjoyed, being in Colombo, going from the village, playing cricket against you, Anand the St. Thomas's, I still remember. But every time I came back to the village, I realized that they were far more skillful, much brighter, cleverer, talented and had so much potential and skills that they didn't have what I actually encountered. So I actually wanted to bring that back into the village and to set up a system that they would have equal opportunities. That's really what I wanted to do.
Fantastic.
But, and then I thought, okay, I'll do both. The other villages adjoining my village, and started to work with the rural school as well, and that was humble beginnings at the time. Murali came along, and then he said he wants to also join.
So Murali came after the World Cup and stuff like that?
Yeah, no, I mean
after?
Yeah, 99, yeah, after the World Cup 96, but because I was also a secretary of the interim committee at the time, and then we also ran the World Cup, so under 19, and then Murali is chatty and easy to communicate with. So I brought him tactically to the village. Then he realized,
and he grew really huge from there.
Yeah, so he wanted to do something with us, and then he made me the manager as well at the same time. So we have still the partnership remains intact.
With the Doosras.
Yeah.
And how did OIOB get involved in this, Dilaran, and how did you get involved with the Foundation of Goodness there?
Good question, Salia. We've been supporting causes in Australia for about 20 years. And thanks to you, around 2012, we were looking for a charity partner in Sri Lanka. And I remember you coming to our boardroom and making the phone call to introduce us to Kushal. So we should thank you for that.
It's been, for me to see this grow to such a huge project and 10 years in the making now. Fantastic. So now we are with the Hunger Project. Is that right?
Yeah, currently the timely topic is feeding the hungry. So we took this on, even as far back as since COVID, when a lot of people, were laid back or, couldn't get to work, and, so many people are struggling out there with a lot of hardships. So we decided we are going to support this cause of Feed the Hungry, but it accelerated, only during this economic huge downturn in Sri Lanka, and then we set a target of 50,000, families to be done by end of this year, and I can tell you proudly that we will probably get up to 60,000 families feeding, them with 2 weeks of, supplies, where we have come up with a pack experimenting it. So 5 kilos of rice, 3 kilos of lentils and 3 kilos of flour, which will actually help a family of 4 to consume the meals for 2 weeks, and that's only US dollars 10, equivalent of Australian dollars would be 15. So 3 cups of coffee, I suppose, if you
Yes.
sacrifice, then you know.
Dil has a lot of coffees across cocos. So how is OIOB involved with this whole thing, Dil?
For us, Salia, when we were introduced to Foundation of Goodness, one of the keys was to find a partner who was very strong with their accountability, reporting and transparency. And after you introduced us, I remember going to Sri Lanka and visiting Kushil. And as Kushil, he never asked for money, but he's always asking for money or giving us intentions. And he said to me, you know, there's a tuk-tuk driver who has lost his leg, and he would love to give him a prosthetic leg, and it would cost $600 to do that. So we went back to the hotel, and there's a group of us, and we all pooled our money and we gave to Kushil. And what really amazed us was that within 24 hours I get a receipt saying that, you know, they received the $600. Within a couple of weeks there's a picture of this gentleman going to the hospital and getting his legs checked out. And then 3 months later, I get another picture saying that he's now got his leg and he's driving his tuk-tuk. So for us from Australia, we have got a lot of Australian partners, and they're very keen to support, but they want to make sure that money is going to the donor. And I think that experience gave us confidence to support Kushil.
I think your sustainability and your growth has been your transparency. Would you agree with that? And your
Yes, of course. I mean,
accountability?
you know, when you serve humanity, it's you're dealing with other people's wealth, and you need to make sure that as much as you canvas for funding to serve humanity, it's like a sale. After sale is what is more important than actually before. You know, a lot of people will flirt around and get the money, and it's about trust, you know, where when you are entrusted with the hard-earned money that you want to care and share with someone, and then comes the test, how you give that feedback. As Dilaran said, it's accountability, transparency, but more transparency, and more importantly, it's about surpassing the donor expectations, to do something what you didn't expect, you know. So that's the key. And then I think while we're on the subject, you know, it's never easy to generate a revenue of $1 million for charity every year. So I can proudly share with you that in the last 17 years, in particular post-tsunami, we have raised about $22 million. So every year we've been raising $1 million plus. And now we have 15 centers around the country, island-wide, serving about 68,000 people, you know, in rural villages, disadvantaged. And in our 15 centers, about 12,000 are learning free of cost. So we're giving them so much, you know, better opportunities to make headway and excel in life. You know, that's the aim. Because what we thought, Sally, at the very beginning, what I decided is that, you know, the disparity between the urban and the rural sectors are so far wide. So you need to bridge that divide, because what I see out in the villages, if you only are able to harness that talent, you know, Sri Lanka will be prosperous to the extent that we all aspire to achieve.
We come to that. How do you go out and look at your donors, and do you transfer all this information to them as well and make sure that they are aware what happens with their donations?
Yeah, so we are looking to create a platform where Australians who love Sri Lanka want to contribute through Foundation of Goodness. So our goal for us is to make sure that Foundation of Goodness is sustainable. That's our number one. And number two is that we are able to support their overhead cost. Thereby, when a donor gives $1 for a special project, that money goes straight to the cause. And that's been our main communication. This year we ran an event to create more awareness, and we have brought in more partners to support us on the journey.
The projects that you do, we were talking about talent. There are cricketers, there are table tennis players, badminton players, athletes, the whole gamut of things. I mean, there's no limit to what you can do with what your reach, Kushal. Could you give us just a bit of a, so that people who are watching this, we realize this is not just another project. This is a huge project.
Yeah, actually, you know, I have always been very, very concerned to be focused on a very wide-ranging areas of activities and to make them very productive. So it's actually a one-of-a-kind, holistic rural community development model. But this all began earlier to flourish post-tsunami. Unfortunately, that was the case, unprecedented, tragic occurrence. But we turned the setback into a blessing, and I respectfully remember everyone who sacrificed their lives, you know, to make this happen. But you know, when a tragedy occurs, you can't look back and reverse it, right? It's like, you know, if you drive a car looking at the rear view mirror, you know, you're going to get into trouble. So you need to, you know, let it go and then embrace the change and not let go of your values and keep doing what you can to support the rural communities from a very holistic kind of standpoint. So whether it's sports, whether it's education, life skills, good values, you know, everything we have under one roof. If you come to the Center of Excellence in Sinigama, where it's our flagship venue, it's actually sponsored totally by OIOB, where they have taken the responsibility to look after the Center of Excellence in particular, where we have 18 sectors of learning and about 3,000-4,000 attend, you know, those courses and different classes. So it's actually supplementing the learning in a education system, coming back after school and having the better kind of you know, services that we provide for them to become more holistic. For example, say a lady comes to our Center of Excellence and goes into women's empowerment. You know, she can at the same time learn English, do cross-learning, go learn computers, then, you know, she can play sport, she can go and dive, and there are some girls who have done that, you know, learn 5 or 6 different areas of skills. And even some of the girls are doing the back office operation for the biggest conglomerate, John Keel's, in our flagship venue. They are doing the, you know, supermarket invoicing, hotel invoices, and the bank reconciliation is done by, you know, 16 girls who had no access to computers before. You know,
fantastic.
So yeah, so from there, you know, we've got another client from America. So these are also bringing sustainable income generation. Plus, these girls don't really have to go to Colombo, you know, finding a job and spending money on board and lodging, transport, and the quality of life has also enhanced because they live with their, you know, own, you know, family setup. So a lot of the things that are happening, even I can't keep track because so many things, you know, are happening in. And also when we put up something like that, whether it's Tilharan or OIOB or whether it's MCs, I mean, Australia in particular has been hugely benevolent, starting from, I must pay this tribute to Shane Warne. I must respectfully remember him again because he was the first one, Salia, who came to the village 3 to 4 weeks after the tsunami with 60 minutes. So he used his influence. You don't need me always do project. He used his influence and he came with 60 minutes and he telecast and told the story to whole of Australia. So thereby nothing multiplies so much as kindness, and you know, it kept going from one to another. So master builders in Australia picked us up. The Victorian state government built 86 double-story duplex homes. You know, Lonely Planet got involved, AFL got involved. So
Fantastic.
many, you know, it is going, whether it's Steve Waugh, whether it's Greg Chappell, you know, everyone all came together. And so I can't even tell you, you know, how many people have got involved. And I think the Australians have been so benevolent towards our cause. And I think it's also by word of mouth that the Foundation of Goodness has spread, because it's like going to a restaurant, right? And then if you have good food for value and service is great, then you keep to the other person saying it, okay, this is the place to work with.
Correct.
But I think more importantly, when you're serving humanity is also an art. You whilst you campaign to help others, you have to make sure others also, the givers, are also blissfully enjoying that ride.